The stars are right, and that means it's time for another episode of The Whisper in Darkness. I'm your host, the Man from Leng. Thank you very much for joining me today. On this episode, we are picking up where we left off on our Dream Eaters campaign. That's right, we are going to tackle Scenario 3A, Dark Side of the Moon, with our friend Luke Robinson, the Dreamer. It's been, many months since we played this campaign, and I had to go back and try to figure out where we were. But we are going to pick up where we left off. We're going to play Dark Side of the Moon with Luke Robinson, and then we're going to head in and play Point of No Return with Patrice Hathaway in a follow-up episode. So hopefully we'll get both of these up here shortly so we can finish this campaign off with the last two scenarios and then head on into the Innsmouth Conspiracy, which I am looking forward to. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the patrons of this channel for their tremendous support. The Arkham Horror LCG community is amazing, and these people have gone above and beyond to bring you content like these playthroughs. If you enjoy what I do here, and you'd like to support the channel's goals, head over to patreon.com, sign up for a tier of your choice, and claim your rewards. That would be awesome. Without further ado, let's get started. Here is our Luke Robinson deck. It is based on a deck built by Start With The Name over at Arkham DB. Luke had a pretty decent run through Search for Gaddath. We didn't exactly knock it out of the park, but we did earn some experience points, and we had quite a few left over. So we ended up spending 11 experience points. We upgraded Rite of Seeking, our level 0 Rite of Seeking to level 2 Rite of Seeking. We upgraded our level 0 Shriveling to Shriveling 3, and we upgraded both copies of 6th Sense 0 to 6th Sense 4. And of course, in previous games, we purchased the 4 of Cups. And what else did we do? We picked up Charisma as well, so we can have David Renfield and Mr. Rook in play at the same time. Of course, this deck was built prior to the most recent Book of Taboos, so we will not be. So we do get to Mr. Rook without having to spend experience points for him. Here is a summary of the campaign so far. Luke Robinson experienced the Mystic Dream at the beginning of the campaign. The cats collected their tribute from the Zoogs. For some reason, we declined to add Randolph Carter, Expert Dreamer, to our deck. I'm not too sure why we did that, but who knows? That was a long time ago at this point. We sent the Black Cat to help the others, that they were warn the others that they were in danger. So the Black Cat is over with Patrice. We recorded 5 tally marks next to evidence of Gaddath in the search for Gaddath for a total of 6, which I guess is okay. Not fantastic, but I guess better than the alternative. Virgil was captured at the end of that scenario, and Randolph eluded capture. So now we have we get to begin Dark Side of the Moon uncaptured. I have only played this scenario once before, and I was not captured in that scenario either. So this is not a blind playthrough, but I have only played this scenario once before. And Point of No Return I have yet to play, so that will be a blind playthrough, and I'm looking forward to that. I believe we are set up and ready to go in Octagon here. So let me bring that up, and let's take a look at where we are. Here's Luke with his alarm level set at 1. He starts the game here at the Moon Forest. It's a 4-shroud location with 1 clue, surface wood traits. As an action, we can test 5 agility to hide amongst the strange trees. And if you succeed, reduce the alarm level by 1, limit 1 success per game. That's unlikely to happen, given that our agility is currently 3, so we're going to need to get a very good... I don't even think we have enough skills to pump us up past that, so that's not likely to happen. We also have the Temple of the Moon Lizard and the Dark Crater, both of which are connected to the Moon Forest. And then off in the distance, we can see the City of the Moon Beasts, which is connected to the Dark Crater and Temple of the Moon Lizard. So, of course, for those of you who have played this before, our goal will be to basically to get across the moon. We will try to get from the, I guess, the light side to the dark side of the moon, and then board the boat and get out of here before we are overrun by enemies. When I played this the last time, it was in a 4-player game, and we did pretty well, actually. I think everybody got off the moon without. It was a little touch and go there at the end, but we all managed to escape. So let's see if we can't get Luke aboard the white ship and get him heading off to the next scenario. We have we have to draw. We've got our weaknesses and everything. Our weakness, as you may remember, is Mob Enforcer, and then of course we've got our signature weakness as well. So I think we're ready to draw our opening hand. So let's shuffle up our deck and see what we get. So we end up, our opening hand has Ward of Protection, Uncage the Soul, Rite of Seeking, level 2, Eureka, and Storm of Spirits. Well, I like the look of I like the Uncage the Soul, Rite of Seeking. That gets us some investigation down really quickly. We'd be investigating with looks like a 6v4 at the Moon Forest, which isn't too bad. Of course, we'd lose all remaining actions if we draw a bad token, but we can mitigate that somewhat. So I think we'll pass on the Eureka, the Storm of Spirits, and the Ward of Protection, and draw 3 cards. We get 4 of Cups, nice. We get another 4 of Cups, which is not overly useful because we only have 1 tarot slot, but we do get to put 4 of Cups into play at the start of the game. So our willpower will pump up to 5. And our last card is Quantum Flux, which is not overly useful. So we didn't get any of our allies, and we didn't get our shriveling either, which is kind of annoying. So we'll have to rely on stealth possibly to get us through this. But we do get drawing that second 4 of Cups is unfortunate because it doesn't really help us at the moment. And Quantum Flux would be fine if we had like Astounding Revelations that we can reshuffle into our deck, but I don't really want to see it right now, so it's basically just a wild skill icon. So I think we're ready to go. So we're going to, I think what we want to do is investigate last action to mitigate the issues that we have with Rite of Seeking. So we're going to play Uncage the Soul, and we'll play Rite of Seeking at level 2. And there have been a lot of quality of life improvements here on Octagon lately. Really appreciate those. So it enters play with 3 resources or 3 charges. That's going to be our first action. That'll cost us a resource because Rite of Seeking costs 4. Now, I think I'm going to draw a card as my second action, and then we will investigate. Oh, we get a Holy Rosary. Okay, so that's nice. That'll boost our willpower up to 6. Now we're going to investigate with Rite of Seeking. So we will spend a charge. We will go... we are at 5, so we're going to go 7v4. We should actually take a look here before we jumped ahead here a little bit. So Agenda 1A, Silent Stirring. The silence of this place is deafening. There is no wind whistling through the air, no chirping of birds, no idle sounds of any kind. This is a dead world. Though you know danger lurks around every corner, you hear no sign of the beasts or the corsairs who call this place home. You must remain even quieter in order to stay hidden, and it has a doom threshold of 5. And in the belly of the moon beasts, Virgil Grey is held captive somewhere in the vast, strange city of the moon beasts. You must be quiet and cunning if you are to find him and escape unnoticed. Objective: only investigators at the City of the Moon Beasts may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. We will need 3 clues. Dark Side of the Moon, we are playing on standard difficulty. The skulls are -X, where X is half your alarm level rounded up, so right now that's -1. There are 3 skulls in the bag. The cultist is reveal another token, and if you fail and your alarm level is higher than your modified skill value, after this skill test ends, draw the top card of the encounter deck. The tablet is a -1, and if you fail, raise your alarm level by -1, or by 1, sorry, and the elder thing is +1. The black cat summons several other cats to help. If this token is revealed during an evasion attempt and you succeed, deal 2 damage to an evaded enemy. The black cat is with Patrice, so we have no elder things. There's 1 tablet, I believe. 1 or 2 tablets? Maybe 2 tablets. So that's we're going to want to watch out for those. Fortunately, it's only a -1, though. So we are going 7v4 as our first skill test. Let's see how we do. We get a tablet, of course. So that's a -1, and we will raise our alarm level by 1. If we fail, we did not fail. But we do trigger Rite of Seeking's special. We reveal the symbol. After this test resolves, lose all remaining actions and immediately end your turn. But that's okay since we investigated last action. So we will go to... Oh, and we draw our... Oh, where'd my gate box go? I think my gate box is actually shuffled into my deck. Shows how long, how much I've played. There we go. We need the gate box out for sure. And we need our special place as well. Let's go find that. I think we need to add a card here. Let's see. Dreamgate. That's what we're looking for. So we'll need to create a dreamgate. That's fine. Man, it's been so long since I played this campaign, and I had some viewers request that we finish this off. So that's what we are going to do. And I was gonna jump right into Innsmouth, but we'll get to that here probably later this week if I can bang out these playthroughs. We've got Detached from Reality right off the bat. That is going to be, if Dreamgate Wondrous Journey is already in play, flip it over. Otherwise, search your bonded cards for Dreamgate, Pointless Reality, put it into play. In either case, disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move to the Dreamgate. So we are moving to Dreamgate, Pointless Reality. We also need a couple of trauma. So we flip this over. So we go to the Pointless Reality. So if Dreamgate is already blah, 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 and put it in either case, disengage from each enemy, move to the Dreamgate. So we are at the Dreamgate. So after we successfully investigate the Dreamgate, we can flip it at the end of the investigation phase, set Dreamgate aside out of play. If he is here, we move to a location and take 2 horror. That's not great. So not a great start. We end up hanging out at in the Pointless Reality right off the bat. So we are going to have to try to investigate here, and then maybe we can, if we can flip it over, then we can move. But that's going to be tough. So we will go to the Mythos phase, 1 Doom of 5. And our encounter card is going to be a Moon Beast. This is a good question. What happens to this Moon Beast? It says enemies and investigators other than Luke Robinson cannot enter the Dreamgate. So does it spawn at the Dreamgate? I don't think it would it? I'm going to have to look this up, because this seems important. I have not encountered this situation before. Dreamgate enemy spawn, maybe? What happens when an enemy is drawn when Luke is in his Dreamgate? Okay, so it is discarded instead. So nice. So we avoid... the Moon Beast would have raised our alarm level by 1, but because it has no place to spawn, because we are at the Dreamgate, it just gets discarded. So I guess that's the encounter deck whiffs. That doesn't happen all that often. So Luke is at the Dreamgate, pointless reality. We will either basically... We don't have a lot to do here besides investigate. I don't really feel like taking 2 horror. But maybe what we can do, let's... I'm going to get our actions first here. Got to get back into this, get back into my playthrough style here. So we'll use our first action to play the Holy Rosary. Spend 2 resources, and that will boost our willpower to 6. So if we investigate and succeed, we can flip the gate over. So I'm going to use our Rite of Seeking. We're going to go 8v6 as our second action. We get a -4, so we fail. All right, that's not great. I think at this point... Man, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish maybe I should have just... Shoot. I'm going to draw a card. I think at the end of our turn, we're just going to get to any reveal list. So we're just going to get bounced back there. Okay, I'm going to just draw a card. We get an astounding revelation. That's not helpful either. So yeah, that's just an intellect skill icon. So at the end of the investigation phase, we get bounced out of the Dreamgate. We take 2 horror, unfortunately, and that's the end of that. At the end of the investigation phase, we set this aside and we move them to a revealed location. So that's the end of our turn. Really unproductive, and we wasted a charge. Oh well. We go, okay, we get a shriveling during the upkeep phase. That's pretty good. Shriveling 3. So we'll have +2. And we will go to the next Mythos phase. Man, not a great start, to be honest. We get an Ancient Evils. That's going to bump up our Doom threshold by another 1 here. Our Doom by 1. So we're at 3 of 5 Doom. Okay, well, we're going to play... First action, we're going to play Shriveling. So we need 4 charges on that. We've got both hand slots done. Or sorry, both arcane slots are used. Let's get our actions back. We have 2 actions remaining. Let's move to the Temple of the Moon Beasts. So if we move to the dark crater, dark crater can get us, maybe I have this in the wrong spot. No, Moon Forest can get to the temple, but we want to probably go this way. If we go Moon Forest, Dark Crater, City of the Moon Beasts, Temple of the Moon Lizard. So let's go to the Dark Crater first. So we purchased shriveling, we moved, and okay, 2 shroud location. That's a bit better. 2 shroud location, 1 clue. Test 5 intellect to hide within the crater. If you succeed, reduce your alarm level by 1. Limit 1 per success per game. At the end of your turn, if you were at the dark crater and have discovered 1 or more of its clues this turn, test 3 willpower. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. Well, we don't really have much choice. We could... I don't want to use my right of seeking here. I think we will investigate the old-fashioned way. So we will go 4v2. 4v2, Chaos Bag says tablet. That's a -1, so we do succeed. And we get the astounding revelation into our discard pile so we can play Quantum Flux if necessary. But we do grab this clue. Okay. So far, so good. Forced effect at the end of your turn if you were in the dark crater. We have discovered a clue, so we're testing 6v3. If we fail, we raise our alarm level. Oh, and of course we get an auto fail, so now our alarm level goes up. Well, look at that. That's so far I've got to say this is not going very well for Luke. I don't think. Doesn't feel very that should have been an easy pass for us with a 6 willpower, and so our alarm level has gone up, and we haven't been able to reduce our alarm level. Like our agility and intellect simply aren't high enough to be able to deal with those locations. So not an auspicious start. We get a drawn to the flame. That will help us gain some clues. And that's going to be it. 4 of 5 doom in play. Our encounter card is going to be Close Watch. Test 4 agility. If you fail, you must either discard the asset you control with the highest printed cost or raise your alarm level by 1. So we will have to discard our right of seeking if we fail this. And it seems highly likely that we are going to fail this. 4 agility. Man, we're at a 3, and we can't... The best we could do would be 4. So I feel like we're going to fail this regardless of what we want to do. So let's see. Elder Sign. Oh my. We gain +1 and place a charge on the gate box. So we actually surprisingly... surprising everyone, Luke manages to pass the agility skill test with an Elder Sign, and rather than discarding our right of seeking, we get to add a charge to our gate box. So that is excellent. All right, 3 actions. And it is turn 4. Let's move to the City of the Moon Beasts as our first action. Shroud value of X. X is the highest alarm level among all investigators, which is 2. Forced at the end of the round, each investigator at the City of the Moon Beasts tests 2 agility. Each investigator who fails must raise their alarm level by 2. So we don't want to be here. if at all possible. So we could either play Drawn to the Flame, but I know there's a worse location coming up that we're going to need that Drawn to the Flame for. So let's use our final... Ooh, that's risky. That's really risky. If we use our Right of Seeking here and we fail, we end up getting stuck here. We might be able to pass the agility skill test, but let's do it. We will use our Right of Seeking. And we are going to go 8v2. Chaos Bag says -2. So we do succeed quite easily. We grab this clue. That was our second action. And we have the 3 clues. Only investigators at the City of the Moon Beasts may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So let's do that. Flip this over. It is Act 1B, Timely Rescue. After hours of weaving around leprous stone towers and searching high and low, you finally spot a group of shackled captives being led single file from the docks to who knows where. Luckily, they are guarded by only 2 of the foul corsairs. You create a distraction loud enough to separate the pair, then sneak by in order to free the captives. Choose an investigator at the City of the Moon Beasts to take control of the set-aside Virgil Grey. Check the campaign log. If Randolph was captured, that card's owner puts the set-aside Randolph Carter Expert Dreamer story asset into their hand. So we get Virgil. Where is Virgil? Virgil is right here. We have found Virgil. Virgil, truly inspired. Response: after your alarm level is raised, either draw 1 card, gain 1 resource, or heal a horror from Virgil. If there is more than 1 investigator in the game, give control of Virgil to that other investigator. If he is defeated, remove him from the game. 1 health, 3 sanity. So we can definitely use the sanity. And so we will be advancing to the next act. Act 2A, Exploring the Moon. Now that you are reunited, it's time to get off this rock. Randolph informs you that the light side of the moon should be safe from the reach of the moon beasts who dwell on this side. Oh, we're on the dark side. We're going to the light side. I thought it was the other way around. However, it is much too far for you to walk on foot. You'll have to find another way to escape. Only investigators at the Temple of the Moon Lizard may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we need 1 clue. So let's rearrange our locations a little bit here, since we know we have done this way. And we will use our last action to move to the Temple of the Moon Lizard. It is a 3-shroud location with 1 clue. As an action, we can test 5 willpower to hide inside the Forbidden Temple. If you succeed, reduce your alarm level by 1. Limit 1 success per game. Forced, after you discover any number of clues at the temple, you must either take that much horror or discard that many cards from your hand. All right, so we have a chance here to reduce our alarm level by 1, which would be nice. But that's going to be our turn. Oh, and we draw our second weakness. Man, oh man. We get the Mob Enforcer. So we've seen both our weaknesses so far this game. Turn 4, 2 weaknesses. That's not great. Mob Enforcer, Bearer only. Hunter, spend 4 resources. Parlay, discard the Mob Enforcer. We could try to nuke the Mob Enforcer. But we'd need to use 2 shriveling charges to do it. And I'm not a big fan of that. But we don't have a way of gaining another resource. I guess we could use the gate box. Does that do us any good? Not really, no. I really don't want to use 2 shriveling charges to hit this guy. I guess we could try to evade him, but 3/3 is not good. All right, well, we are advancing this turn. Silent Stirring flips. To Agenda 1B, throw away the key. A single screech pierces the silence and you instinctively duck for cover. You have seen these creatures before, horrid eyeless monstrosities that fly alongside the Corsair's black galleys. Terrible things of bone and leathery membrous skin. A flock circles and screeches overhead. Have you been spotted? It doesn't matter. You cannot stay here any longer. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Raise each investigator's alarm level by 1. Well, so now the best we can do is a 3. All right. The alarm is raised. Your pace quickens as the creature's pursuit grows more frenzied with each passing minute. The silence you once cursed is broken. The awful piercing screeches that punctuated the night are even worse. A doom threshold of 5. And we will draw an encounter card, which is Somnophobia. Test 5 willpower. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror to a maximum of 3. For the purposes of counting skill icons committed to the skill test, intellect, combat, and agility skill icons count as matching icons, and willpower and wild skill icons count as 2 matching icons. So we are a 6. 6v5. Do I want to stick with that? Half our alarm level is 2. I think we commit the quantum flux. So we'll go 8v5. Chaos Bag says 0. We didn't need to commit that card, it turns out. But we do pass. So no horror for us. Now we have to deal with our friend the mob enforcer. I feel like I just want to take a resource. I'll take 1 attack of opportunity and then buy them off and then play. Then we can try to grab the clue here. So let's do that. We'll take 1 attack of opportunity to take a damage, and then we'll gain a resource, then spend 4 resources and parlay with him. And then we will try to investigate. Man, 3v3 is not really where I want to be. Let's try to reduce our alarm level. 6v5. We have 1 action remaining, so 6v5. Chaos Bag says -1. Our alarm level goes down by 1, so we're at 2 now. All right, we need some more investigation tools. There's another Drawn to the Flame, which is fine, I guess. It's free. We can use 1 here to grab this clue. Encounter deck throws a Corsair of Leng at us near a city or surface location. That's with us. So the Corsair shows up. 2 fight, 4 health, 5 evade. Spawn near a city or surface location forced. After Corsair Leng attacks via its alert keyword, it gets -3 evade for the remainder of the turn. So we can kill this guy. Oh, I guess we had Virgil when our alarm level went up, right? But I guess we could have drawn a card. Yeah, so we can draw a card. We have to step back here, but we do get a sixth sense, so that helps because our alarm level went up when that agenda advanced, and we had Virgil in play, so we could have drawn a card, so we should draw that card now. We are at, which is a sixth sense, which is very nice. We just need a couple resources to play it, but we have to deal with this Corsair first. So we will attempt to shrivel the Corsair. We are going 6v2. Chaos Bag gives us a skull. That's half our alarm level, rounded up, which is going to be 1. And we take a horror due to the effect on shriveling. But we deal 2 damage. Let's shrivel again. Let me get my actions here. We've got 1 action left. Shrivel again. We get a 0, so this Corsair is dead. I'm going to take a resource so we can play Sixth Sense next turn, replacing the Rite of Seeking. And that's going to do it for that turn. We get Mr. Rook. That should help us a little bit. A little bit of extra soak. Plus we can do some searching. We go to the next Mythos phase. Turn 7. 2 of 5 Doom. We draw a Moon Beast. Oh, crap. Oh, damn. What do we do with him? Our alarm level goes up by 1. They are easy to evade. That is about all. We don't have the goods to kill him. He's got 5 health. We've only got 2 shriveling charges left. We could use the gate box, but the gate box doesn't really get us what we need. So let's try to evade the Moon Beast. Let's get our 3 actions first. We'll try to evade the Moon Beast. 3v1. Elder Sign again. Oh, wow. So we get a +1, and we get another charge on the box. I don't know how useful the box is going to be this game, because it works with revealed locations, and there are not we're constantly trying to go forward, right, not backwards, which is a bit annoying. But we can play Sixth Sense this turn, so we'll replace the Rite of Seeking. So now we have 1 action left. So we're going to have to take, after you discover any number of clues at the temple, you must either take that much horror or discard any number of that many cards. We've got a 4 of cups we can discard, so I'm not too worried about that. We will investigate using willpower instead of intellect. We get +2 willpower, so we are at 8v3. Chaos Bag gives us a +1, so we succeed. And we grab that clue. And we can spend, only investigators at the Temple of the Moon Lizard may spend that requisite number of clues to advance. I'm going to wait till the enemy phase to do that. So we will go to the enemy phase. Then I will advance the act, just in case we get an enemy. I think there's one that appears, not necessarily here. Through the center, while the majority of this temple is dedicated to an idol the moon-dwelling creatures refer to as the moon lizard, you also find several references to some kind of lake of primordial black ooze not far beneath the surface that binds together the core of the moon. These texts imply the whole of the moon's surface is connected by this core across multiple dimensions. Perhaps we can use it to cross over to the moon's other side, Randolph suggests. Or to the afterlife, Virgil adds. Yes, one or the other, Randolph replies nonchalantly. It is still our only option. Put the set-aside caverns beneath the moon, dark side, and the black core locations into play. All right. Caverns beneath the moon, dark side, and the black core into play. We probably need the moon lizard too. Spawn the set-aside moon lizard at the black core exhausted. Okay. We can kill the moon lizard. We have enough shriveling charges. So shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay. So we do that. So we've spawned the locations, the moon lizard, and we've shuffled the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. The Moon's Core, Act 3A. You suspend your disbelief and descend beneath the moon's crust. In order to reach the other side of the moon, you must make your way through its black core, a trans-dimensional fluid from which nightmares are born. Clues cannot be discovered from the black core except as a result of a successful investigation. Oh, damn, I can't use my... I was saving the Drawn to the Flame thinking I would use it there, but I cannot do that now, so that's going to be tough. But we've got we've got Sixth Sense now, so that's not a big concern. If each surviving investigator is at the black core and it has no clues on it, we advance. Okay, so we've got the moon lizard to deal with. He can only enter cave locations, so he can enter the caverns beneath the moon. I guess this is all during the enemy phase, so he's going to ready next turn, isn't he? While he is engaged, that investigator is X. Okay, so he would have a fight of 3. That's okay. It's not 5. All right. We actually discovered the clue here. So after we discover a clue, we have to discard a card. We will toss the excess 4 of cups. I think we've done everything we need to do here. We will go to upkeep. We draw the Hawkeye folding camera. A bit late for that, I'm afraid. We re-engage with the Moon Beast, who we are probably not going to kill. Man, it's too bad the gate box has revealed locations. Anyway. All right. So we draw a Hawkeye folding camera, and that's the end of our turn. It is turn 8. 3 of 5 doom. Encounter deck throws another somnophobia at us. Test 5, willpower. We can commit... I'm going to commit the Hawkeye folding camera. So we're going to go 8v5 again. Chaos Bag gives us a -4. Wow. Glad we did that. So that puts us at 4v5. So we take a horror. We can put that horror on Virgil, I guess. Hopefully we can, if we can use Virgil, we can heal him a little bit. All right, so that was a little unfortunate, but we didn't take the full. If we had not committed anything, we would have taken 3 horror, which would have been far, far worse. So, okay, we have 3 actions. We need to move to the caverns beneath the moon, but we have the moon beast to deal with first. Let's evade the moon beast. We're going to go 3v1. Chaos Bag says that is a -4 again, so that fails. He doesn't have alert, thank goodness. Try again. -1, we succeed. Moon beast is evaded. All right. We've got 1 action left. I don't want... Man, we'd have to take an attack. I think we have to take an attack regardless, don't we? Because this thing is going to move. It's going to hunt... No, because we can trigger this. We can trigger this when the moon beast... before the moon beast gets us. I'm pretty sure. I just want to check that, but I'm almost absolutely certain that we can move... we can move in, and then the moon beast... the thing, whatever that thing is, will come in to attack us, and then we trigger the gate box to get out of there before the attack happens. This is one of those tricky timing things that because there is a window in there that you can use. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. But I'm pretty sure there is a window in which we can trigger that during the enemy phase. Yeah. Nope. Looking at the wrong thing. Enemy phase, enemy phase, enemy phase. Yeah, so hunter enemies move. Then we have a player window in which we can move. We can trigger that. So we will not take an attack. So let's move. We move in. 6 shroud location, 1 clue. After you fail a skill test while investigating caverns beneath the moon, until the end of the turn, reduce its shroud by 2. Okay. Now, we're going to go to the enemy phase. The moon lizard hunts over and engages us. We trigger the gate box in the player window, and we go to the wondrous journey. Yoink. And he disengages from us. And until the end of the investigation phase, so Dreamgate is connected to each other revealed location and vice versa. Enemies and investigators other than Luke Robinson cannot enter the Dreamgate. At the end of the investigation phase, set the Dreamgate aside out of play. If Luke Robinson is here, move him to a revealed location. So we escape. We escape from the moon beast. That was during the enemy phase. So what we can do now, we can move, we can either, so what will happen, we will either pop back to the caverns at the end of our next investigation turn, in which point we will get attacked by the moon lizard. Or we can just move back because it's connected and then kill the moon lizard because he's only got 4 health. And then we can just start grabbing these clues. Or we could spend 2, we could use Drawn to the Flame. No, we couldn't because our ability is treated as though we are engaged. Event as though you were engaged. So yeah, we can't do that. But we can pop away and then move back next turn and kill it. So that is what we will do. We get an Uncage the Soul during the upkeep. 4 of 5 Doom. And our encounter card is going to be Cats from Saturn. Hunter Swarming X. X is your alarm level. They cannot spawn with us because we are in the dreamgate again, so this whiffs. Nice. Whew, that's 2. That is 2 enemies that the dreamgate has saved us from. So we will move. Let us move. We will move from our dreamgate back to the caverns beneath the moon. We engage the moon lizard. We will try to shrivel the moon lizard. We are at 6v3. 6v3. I say we go 7v3. Because I want to take the -4 out. 7v3. We get a skull, so that's going to cost us a horror, but half our alarm level, which is 3, so that's going to be 2. But he does take 2 damage. And we take a horror, which the rosary will soak for us. And let's do that again. We're going to play, we'll use our Uncage the Soul this time. Last shriveling charge to go 6. Oh, we were at 8. We didn't need to do that. Sorry, I'm taking that back. I'm taking my Drawn to the Flame back because we didn't need it. I thought I miscounted. So we were at 6, 7, 8 with the shriveling. 8v3, which is fine. So we don't have to commit cards. So second action 8v3. We will try to kill the moon lizard. We get another skull. So we're going to take another horror, but the moon lizard is dead. So we will add him to the victory display. We have no actions remaining because we moved in. So that leaves us with we're done. We are finished. And we get Storm of Spirits during the upkeep. So that's 2 damage. That's okay. We advance. All right, run, rabbit, run. You escape. Your escape route is cut off as a pack of lithe creatures surrounds you. At first glance, you believe them to be cats, but they are only vaguely cat-like in shape. What you mistook for fur is more akin to a series of patterns, like strange filigrees. You silently pray for aid. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Raise each investigator's alarm level by 1. So we go up to 4. We can heal a horror off of Virgil when we raise our alarm level. I have to shuffle the deck, so let's do that. We shuffle the deck, check the campaign log. If investigators force their way into the temple, read the following. We didn't do that, so that's fine. Otherwise, read the following. And to your surprise, an army of cats lands in front of you. Having leapt through the void of space itself, you recognize the cat at the head of the formation as the gray old cat with the scar you met months ago. Go, human, he yells. We will hold them off. So, nice. Thanks, man. They are upon you. The entirety of the moon's denizens are set against you now. Behind every corner, a group of corsairs lies in wait, or a pack of hunting cats lurks to herd you toward its vicious masters. The skies above swarm with winged beasts and black galleys. If you cannot find a way back to Earth, you will surely be captured. Hint, the game will not end when this agenda advances, but the agents of Nyarlathotep will tighten their noose. We draw an encounter card, which is the cats from Saturn, of course. Swarming X. X is your alarm level. So that's 4? Oh dear. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hunter Swarming X. X is your alarm level, or the highest alarm level among investigators. After the host cat from Saturn moves or is evaded, discard one of its swarm cards. So what we can do is just nuke them with Storm of Spirits and kill all of the cats in one shot. Each of these has 2 life, so let's go boink, 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 and just nuke the cats. Whoops. Mark that down, mark that up. So we'll use our Storm of Spirits. We are going... do we get a plus? No. We're going 6v2 to deal 2 damage to every creature at this location. That's good. Let's see how we do. -4, but we were 6v2. So we were fine. And we don't take any... We didn't draw a special symbol, so we don't deal with that. So the cats go away. We kill the cats of Saturn, and we put these at the bottom of our deck. Move to bottom of deck. So that worked out okay. So we nuked the cats. Now we have to grab this clue. We are going 6v6, but we can use Sixth Sense, so we're going 8v6. 8v6. I'm going to go 10v6. There's a skull, so that's a -2. So we grab this clue. And then we're going to move to the black core. X is the number of depth tokens on the black core. After the black core is revealed, place 3 resources on it as depth tokens, plus as an additional 3 per investigator. So it is a 6 shroud location. We can test 2 willpower to swim through the dark lake of the moon's core. For each point you succeed by, remove a depth token. I think we can just power through with our intellect. I am not too worried about that. We can't do any trickery there, so that's going to be the end of that. We get a knowledge as power, so that gives us a shriveling charge, basically, which is good. One of 4 doom. It's turn 11, 1 of 4 doom. We draw an ancient evils. 2 of 4 doom. We get our actions. Luke will investigate using 6th sense. So we are going 6, 7, 8 v 6. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna commit Mr. Rook because I don't think I'm gonna need him. We're gonna go 8, 9, 10 v6. We get a -2, so we grab this clue. All right. So now we can advance. Correct. If each surviving investigator is at the black core and it has no clues on it, advance. So that is nice. We can advance. To the other side, the lake of black ichor below the surface of the moon is miles wide and bubbles with warm, noxious pockets of gas. Most of the lake bed is completely solid, and it seems for a moment that Randolph's plan is a dead end after all. Then you take a final step and your foot is caught by nothing. Before you can react, you are yanked under the surface. You try to shout a warning to your companions, but your words are swallowed by the black core along with the rest of your body. Your lungs barely have air. You struggle not to scream as you are carried by a fierce undertow. When you finally emerge, you are in another chamber just like the one you came from, only you can see a shaft of light piercing through the gray crust above you. Moments later, the rest of your party emerges. Did we make it? Virgil asks. Why, I thought that was the end for sure. This will make for an exciting chapter. Put the set aside caverns beneath the moon, light side of the moon, and white ship locations into play. All right, so we get caverns beneath the moon, light side, the light side of the moon, and the white ship. Okay, we have 2 actions remaining. We can at least move to 1 location. Find a way off the moon. Unexpected rescue. The surface of the light side of the moon is patrolled by ships that sail through the windless sky. One, however, looks different from the rest. Its hull is dark and shining, casting a white glow into the night. The white ship, breathes Randolph. Find a way off the moon. You'll be instructed when to advance. We will go move to caverns beneath the moon, light side. 6 shroud location with 1 clue. After you fail a skill test while investigating caverns beneath the moon, reduce its shroud by 1. So we are going to go 8v6 with 6th sense. Hopefully we can do this. We get a tablet. That's a -1. So we succeed. And that is our turn. So we have 2 locations to go. We draw an astounding revelation. Go figure. All right. It is turn 12. 3 of 4 doom. The encounter deck throws the Hunted by Corsairs at us. Attach. When the act deck advances, each investigator takes 2 damage. Okay. We can test intellect 4 or agility 4 to sneak past them to discard the Hunted by Corsairs, but don't think we're going to have to do that. The path to the moon's surface is long and winding. You cannot enter light side of the moon while caverns beneath the moon has clues on it, so we can get rid of that. We can move to the light side of the moon. 5 shroud location, 1 clue. We can test 1 intellect or 1 agility to attempt to hide among the ruins. For every 3 points you succeed by, I'll reduce your alarm level by 1. Limit 1 success per round. So I believe... The mysterious ship's captain cannot let you board until the pursuing moon beasts have retreated. You cannot enter the white ship while your alarm level is 5 or higher. Oh. Okay, well, we can enter the ship this turn. This guy doesn't have Hunter? It's amazing. He just sits there. I'm sure there are cards that make him hunt, but let's try to investigate with 6th Sense, 8v5. We can commit... I guess we can commit the Knowledge as power because we're going to get on the ship this turn. 8v5, 9v5. Chaos Bag says -3. We succeed. So we grab this clue. Then we will move again. Moved. Investigate. We have 1 action. Our alarm level is fine, so we move. After the white ship is revealed, put the set-aside captain story asset into play at the white ship. All right. What does the captain do? We need to parlay with the captain, probably. If each undefeated investigator is at the white ship, parlay test willpower X or agility X to convince the captain to set sail. X is the highest alarm level among the investigators. If you succeed, advance the act. Any investigator at the white ship may activate this ability. Okay, so we need to parlay with the captain and we're done. All right, so we are 6v4, but I think our alarm level is going to go up by 1. So that's annoying, but... whoops. So we draw a Hawkeye folding camera. That's a willpower skill icon, like that. We advance. Raise each investigator's alarm level by 1. Each investigator takes horror equal to half their alarm level rounded up. Then reset. So we take 3 horror. Raise by 1. Then half equal to half alarm rounded up. So we take 3 horror. So I'm going to take... Virgil will take 1. And I will take... Oh, and sorry. So our alarm level went up. Raise each alarm level by 1. We raised our alarm level as a response. We can heal a horror from Virgil. So we heal a horror, then he takes 2 horror and I take 1 horror as we take half our alarm level. We reset the agenda and add 2 doom. So we flip this back over and leave it at 2 doom. And that's that. We got draw an encounter card. We draw a lunar patrol attached to your location. Test 3 to lose the patrol. If you succeed, discard it. When an investigator leaves attached location, this is a whiff because we're never leaving the white ship. So that's just a whiff. So now we just need a parlay with this guy. Can we do it? We are a 6v5. We can go. I mean, I guess what we could do. We could hide in the ruins, but I'm just going to try to beat this here. So we're going to go 6v5. We'll go 7v5, 8v5. Chaos Bag says... Oh, you dumb piece of... So that's an auto fail, of course. That just sucks. Ugh. That's unbelievably bad. So now we're just going 6v5. Chaos Bag says -2. We'll go 6v5. Chaos Bag says -1. We do it. Okay. Jesus. Worried there for a second. So we blew the 1 test we should have passed. We're going to take 2 damage from hunting by Corsairs, but that's fine. Find a way off the moon. So we parlayed, advanced the act. So we take 2 damage, and that's that. We win. R1. The captain. With your party safely aboard the white ship, you beseech the captain to leave the moon at once. You have no desire to stay in this perilous place any longer than you have to. Not yet, the captain replies with an amiable smile. You plead with him, but he raises a hand in a gesture of silence, peering out into the distance. You squint against the light of the sun, which hangs static in the dark sky. There, miles away, you spot the thing that drew the captain's eye. A bird with many wings and even more colors, its feathers bright and vivid. It perches on a ruined stone structure and preens itself. Then, just as your patience begins to wear thin, it launches itself into space, and the captain pulls up the ship's anchor. R1. Well, that was good. We did it. So, yeah. How many VPs did we earn? We earned quite a few, actually. We earned 1, 2, 3, 4, and we killed the moon beast. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. So 8 VPs. And we finish with R1 on Dark Side of the Moon. So pretty good. Pretty good. Very happy. Little worried there at the beginning because we didn't have a ton of investigate. We only had the right of seeking, but once we got the Sixth Sense, we were in very good shape. We drew a couple of enemies that got that because we were in the dreamgate, we didn't have to deal with them. That was very helpful. It felt like the tide sort of turned there in our favor, and then it was just a matter of, because we had Sixth Sense, we had more than enough investigate to push through these locations and get the victory. I was a little worried when we failed that skill test at the white ship there, because that was our best shot, but we did eventually pull a -1 on our third attempt, and we finished her off. So we did take 2 damage from the Hunted by Corsairs, but we end this game with R1 and 8 VPs, which is very nice indeed. Let's check what R1 gets us in the grand scheme of things. Dream Eater's campaign, R1. So as the white galley glides silently back toward the earth, the captain sings a soft melodic shanty, which the ship's oarsmen repeat. You seem to know the language well, despite having never heard it before. You ask after your course, but the bearded man does not reply other than to continue his harmonious song. You plead with him to aid you in your search for unknown Kadath, believing it to be the utmost importance. You should not seek to disturb the gods, the man warns, his song interrupted. They are far greater than you or I. Do you not see the folly in your ambition? You beseech him once more, telling him you must bring back proof of the dreamlands and cannot return home without the aid of the gods. Would that be of so dire a fate? Look around you. You do as the captain requests and are met with a scene of such serene beauty that leaves you breathless. The seas below glitter in the moonlight like an ocean of diamonds. Along the horizon you see crystalline coastlines, blissful countrysides, lush mountain vistas, and emerald green gardens. The air is crisp and cool as you descend below the clouds. Your heart swells with the sweet fragrance of flowers from the nearby coast. Never in all your years in reality have you ever experienced a beauty so real. Maybe staying wouldn't be so bad. You've already spent weeks, no, months in this land. There have been hardships, yes, but could you really return to your mundane reality after everything you've seen and experienced in this wondrous land? Then far to the north you see it, looming just over the horizon, or perhaps beyond the dreams of Earth itself, a white peak atop which sits an azure beacon of refracted moonlight. The bearded man follows your gaze. So be it, he sighs. He changes course, following now behind a celestial bird whose plumage matches the vibrant sky. We sail to the abode of the gods themselves. In your campaign log, record the investigators traveled to the cold wastes. In your campaign log, record Randolph survived the voyage. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of the display of each card in the victory display, so that is 8. Record 3 tally marks next to evidence of Kadath in the campaign log, so we are up to 9. And if you are playing the Dream Quest as a 4-part campaign, go to Where the Gods Dwell or play Point of No Return. And then followed up by the interlude, The Great Old Ones. So that is going to do it for this playthrough. We managed to pull off the big W against Dark Side of the Moon. We earn 8 victory points, a couple more tally marks, and we are on our way to Where the Gods Dwell, which we will be playing hopefully sooner than later. I hope that you enjoyed this playthrough. I will be. I'm gonna just. I think I'm gonna reset everything, and then we're gonna play Point of No Return with Patrice. So that will be coming up on the channel here shortly. So stay tuned for that. And let's see where we are here. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. Thanks again to all my patrons. I greatly appreciate your support. And I hope to see you here soon for Point of No Return. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoy what you hear, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you need to contact me, I can be reached at manfromleng@gmail.com. I am also on Twitter at manfromleng. Until the stars are right, keep your shotgun close and your elder sign closer. Take care out there, and happy investigating.